Have you ever wondered what makes something right or wrong? It's a question that has puzzled humanity for millennia, a question that delves deep into the essence of our existence and our interactions with the world around us. Is it a universal truth, etched into the fabric of existence, like the stars in the night sky or the laws of physics that govern the cosmos? Are there moral laws that are as unchanging and eternal as the universe itself? Or is it a fluid concept, molded by the tides of culture, time, and individual perception? Just as the seasons change and cultures evolve, do our moral compasses shift with the sands of time and the diversity of human experience? This is the crux of the age-old debate between moral relativism and moral absolutism. Moral absolutism posits that there are fixed, universal moral principles that apply to all people, at all times, in all places. In contrast, moral relativism suggests that what is considered right or wrong can vary from one culture to another, from one era to another, and even from one individual to another. It's a debate that has captivated philosophers for centuries and continues to shape our understanding of right and wrong in the modern world. From the ancient teachings of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle to contemporary discussions in academic circles, the dialogue between these two perspectives remains vibrant and essential. We grapple with these questions every day, often without even realizing it. Every decision we make, every judgment we pass, is influenced by our underlying beliefs about morality. Should we accept cultural practices different from our own, even if they clash with our personal values? For instance, how do we reconcile practices like arranged marriages or dietary restrictions that are deeply rooted in certain cultures, but may seem foreign or even objectionable to others? Is there a universal right to free speech, even when it incites hatred? The balance between protecting free expression and preventing harm is a contentious issue that tests the boundaries of both moral absolutism and relativism. These are not just abstract philosophical dilemmas, they are real-world issues with tangible consequences. The laws we enact, the policies we implement, and the social norms we uphold are all reflections of our collective moral judgments. Understanding the nuances of moral relativism and absolutism is crucial for navigating the complexities of our interconnected world. In an era of globalization, where cultures and ideas constantly intersect, having a nuanced perspective on morality can help us address global challenges more effectively. It allows us to engage in meaningful dialogue, bridge cultural divides, and strive for a more just and compassionate society. By appreciating the diversity of moral perspectives, we can foster mutual respect and understanding, even in the face of profound differences. So let's embark on this intellectual journey and explore the fascinating landscape of moral philosophy. Together, we can uncover the principles that guide our actions and shape our world, and perhaps find common ground in our shared quest for truth and justice. Moral relativism, in its essence, posits that there are no universal or absolute moral principles. It challenges the notion that there is a single, overarching moral truth that applies to all people at all times. It suggests that morality is relative to the norms of one's culture, meaning what is considered right or wrong can vary significantly from one society to another. The dictates of one's personal beliefs also play a crucial role in shaping their moral compass. Each individual's unique experiences and inner reflections contribute to their sense of right and wrong, or the specific circumstances of a situation can influence moral decisions. What might be deemed acceptable in one context could be frowned upon in another. It's like a chameleon, adapting its colors to the environment it inhabits. Just as a chameleon changes to blend in, moral principles can shift to align with the surrounding context. Imagine morality as a vast ocean. On the surface, it appears boundless and uniform, stretching endlessly in all directions. On the surface, it appears boundless and uniform, giving the illusion of a single cohesive entity. But dive deeper, and you'll discover currents, trenches, and diverse ecosystems, each shaped by unique factors. These underwater landscapes represent the complex layers of moral relativism. That's the essence of moral relativism. It acknowledges the intricate and varied nature of moral beliefs and practices. It highlights the diversity of moral perspectives across cultures, individuals, and situations. This diversity is a testament to the rich tapestry of human experience. This perspective doesn't deny the existence of moral beliefs, but argues that these beliefs are not grounded in objective truth. Instead, they are seen as subjective interpretations. Instead, they are seen as products of social conditioning, personal experiences, or contextual factors. Our upbringing, societal norms, and personal encounters all shape our moral outlook. To truly grasp the essence of moral relativism, we must explore its various forms: cultural relativism, subjective relativism, and situational relativism. Each form offers a distinct perspective on how moral judgments are made. Each offers a unique lens through which to examine the fluidity of moral judgments. Cultural relativism focuses on societal norms, subjective relativism on individual beliefs, and situational relativism on the context of actions. By understanding these different forms, we can appreciate the complexity and nuance of moral relativism. It encourages us to look beyond our own perspectives and consider the diverse viewpoints of others. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, recognizing and respecting this diversity of moral perspectives is more important than ever. It fosters empathy, tolerance, and a deeper understanding of the human condition. Moral relativism invites us to embark on a journey of exploration, to dive deep into the ocean of human morality, and to navigate its many currents and depths with an open mind and a compassionate heart. Cultural relativism, as the name suggests, grounds morality in the shared values and beliefs of a particular culture or society. It is a concept that challenges the notion of universal moral truths, suggesting instead that what is deemed right or wrong is deeply rooted in cultural contexts. It argues that what is considered right or wrong, moral or immoral, is determined by the prevailing norms of the community in which an individual lives. These norms are often shaped by historical events, religious beliefs, and social practices that have evolved over centuries. Think of a world map. Each country is colored differently, representing its unique culture and traditions. Just as these colors distinguish one nation from another, so too do the moral codes that guide the behavior of their people. Similarly, cultural relativism views morality as a tapestry woven from diverse cultural threads. Each thread represents a different belief system, a different way of life, and together they create a rich and complex picture of human morality. What is considered morally acceptable in one culture might be frowned upon in another. For example, practices such as polygamy, which are accepted in some cultures, may be seen as morally wrong in others. For instance, certain cultures value individualism and personal freedom, while others prioritize collectivism and communal harmony. In individualistic societies, personal achievements and independence are often celebrated, whereas in collectivist cultures, the well-being of the group and family ties are given more importance. Practices like arranged marriages, common in some parts of the world, might seem unacceptable in societies that prioritize individual autonomy in choosing a life partner. However, in cultures where arranged marriages are practiced, they are often seen as a way to strengthen family bonds and ensure social stability. Cultural relativism encourages us to understand these practices within their cultural context, rather than judging them through the lens of our own cultural norms. It invites us to step into the shoes of others and see the world from their perspective. It fosters tolerance and respect for cultural diversity, recognizing that different societies have developed different moral codes over time. By appreciating these differences, we can build a more inclusive and harmonious world where diverse ways of life are respected and valued. Ultimately, cultural relativism teaches us that morality is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is a dynamic and evolving construct that reflects the rich tapestry of human experience. By embracing this perspective, we can learn to appreciate the beauty of our differences and find common ground in our shared humanity. Section 4. The Inner Compass, Subjective Morality. While cultural relativism emphasizes the influence of societal norms, subjective relativism takes a more individualistic approach. It posits that morality is ultimately a matter of personal opinion or feeling. In this view, there are no objective moral truths, only individual preferences. Imagine morality as a choose-your-own-adventure book. Each reader creates their own moral compass, guided by their own values, beliefs, and experiences. What feels right for one person might feel wrong for another, and neither perspective holds greater moral authority. For example, consider the issue of vegetarianism. Some individuals choose to abstain from eating meat based on their moral beliefs about animal welfare, while others do not share this ethical concern. Subjective relativism acknowledges that both perspectives are valid within the framework of each individual's own moral compass. It highlights the deeply personal nature of moral judgments and emphasizes the role of individual conscience in shaping ethical choices. Section 5. In the moment, situational ethics. Situational relativism adds another layer of complexity to the discussion. It suggests that morality is not fixed, but rather fluid, adapting to the specific circumstances of a given situation. In this view, what is considered right or wrong depends on the context, and there are no absolute rules that apply universally. Think of a painter using a palette of colors. The same color can appear different depending on the color surrounding it and the light shining upon it. Similarly, situational relativism recognizes that moral judgments can shift based on the nuances of a particular situation. For instance, most people would agree that stealing is wrong. However, situational relativism would argue that stealing a loaf of bread to feed a starving family might be morally justifiable under those specific circumstances. The act itself is not inherently right or wrong. Its moral weight is determined by the context in which it occurs.